the state of CarKpop, I guess. I don't know. I thought that was a clever title. What's up, guys? It's been a minute. Yeah, I'm just gonna be talking to you all. I just have a few, not really updates, but just stuff I need to talk about and discuss on the channel. If there's anything that you just don't want to hear about or something specifically you want to hear me talk about, I'm gonna have everything timestamped down below. I don't have anything scripted. I'm just kind of talking. With that, I digress. Let me just jump into this stuff. This is probably one of the longest hiatuses of making YouTube videos that I've had on the channel. I've had a couple moments. I remember in 2019, I was gone for 3 weeks, and it was the first time I didn't upload in for 3 weeks. And it's happened a couple other times, especially in more recent years, where I disappear for a few weeks on YouTube and everything. Yeah, that just happened again the past 3 to 4 weeks or so. I just didn't upload any videos. So before I dive into making consistent content again, I think I just need to talk about some things to update you guys on what's going on in my head, because a lot of you aren't in the streams that I do 3 to 4 times a week. Hello, I'm Chaewon. Welcome to my stream. Today we're gonna watch Le Sserafim's new comeback. And all of you are gonna grade it a 10 because Le Sserafim's comeback is about spaghetti. And we all like spaghetti. And my Discord server where I'm able to talk about that stuff and discuss it. So here's some updates. I can't talk. Let me know your thoughts on any of it down in the comments below, of course. So first things first, what are the videos? A lot of the videos I'd be making right now are negative. And I hate making negative videos because I feel like it just comes off very elitist and cocky and egotistical. It comes off where you think that you're better than others, and that's not really me, and that's not what I want to present on my channel. I'm not trying to give off that energy and that type of vibe when watching my videos. I don't want it to be like that. I want to be praising stuff that I like and showing you guys other things I'm excited about, rather than tearing down other people's work. That's not really what I'm here to do. The problem is all of the videos that I've been tempted to make in the past 3 to 4 weeks especially, and in the past year in general, a lot of them are very negative because, as you guys know, I'm a very rap-centric, K-pop-specific channel. And the K-pop specific stuff has very... no, it hasn't been the most interesting thing to talk about recently. There's a handful of stuff, Young Posse, People in Harmony, but we'll dive into that in a minute. It's just, it feels weird, and I know I do this video once a year where I'm like, I want to make negative content, and then people are like, no, Matt, don't make negative content, and I'm like, yeah, you're right. And I'm not saying I'm going to, but that's kind of where videos have been. For September, I did not have 10. Where's my September Matt's favorites rankings? I didn't have 10 songs that I loved. There was a handful that I did love in September, but there wasn't 10 different artists that had songs that I liked from K-pop and Korean adjacent genres in September. And it's I don't know, what was I supposed to do? Talk about a song that I didn't love at number 10? It felt weird. It was the first time that's happened since June 2022 when I started doing that. 2023, 2022, something like that. Yeah, negative videos. I don't know. I'm probably not ever doing negative videos, but that's kind of the big reason for not really making any videos. And then every time I wasn't a negative video, I'd just be like, do I really want to make this? Do I really want to come back from a 1 week of no videos with this? Not really. And I just wasn't really inspired to make anything super positive. But there's that. No negative content I'm planning on making for the channel, but usually if I don't make a video on something, it's either I'm just busy or have a negative opinion of it, and I don't want people to be getting the wrong idea. What are some of the negative stuff I want to talk about? Because I do want to address some of the negativity, but I'm going to keep it in this video where it's not me trying to clickbait negative things to get views, but some things that are really annoying me in the K-pop genre because I feel like I'm falling out of K-pop right now. AI and false information, specifically in K-pop creators. Now, if you go to really anything involving K-pop content creation, basically everything is filled with false information and AI. At least in these past year, especially 2 years, where it's you just have random people making AI videos where, for example, in the summer, there was a journalist, not really, somebody trying to abuse SEO search terms by doing an article on K-pop rappers. Who's the fastest K-pop rapper? Ooh, right? It's who really cares if they get information wrong and everything? But at the end of the day, they just use freaking AI to search for what is the fastest K-pop rapper instead of actually looking it up, and then it snowballs into K-pop TikTokers 14-year-old TikTokers. Like, I'm very sorry if that is you. I'm not targeting you specifically, but in general, they just go to Google and go, who's the fastest cat rapper in K-pop? And then look at these AI overview results, which everybody does. And if you're using it in a scientific way, that makes sense. But here, they're quoting my video using the information I didn't even say in the video. I didn't say Chang'e was 11.13 in that video. I didn't say Suga was 9.83 in that video. But it's using my video as a source. And then you look at the K-pop idols that they listed. Top is wrong, Zelo wrong. And you keep scrolling to a bunch of then articles that are written by fake journalists in K-pop that are just using AI to make the articles and recite wrong information. Like, I'll do fastest K-pop rappers Google search here, same results. We'll pick one of these AI written journal articles, and it's just filled with wrong information, fluff, and just incorrect things. Like, they didn't like they spelled Min Yoongi. Like, who writes Min Yoongi like that? AI does. Like, sure, you can write it, but I've never seen any actual fan write Min Yoongi like that. And then all the actual stats are wrong, and then people quote these against me who found the original stats. And it blows my mind. And it's like, it's not a big deal at the end of the day. Who cares if people have the wrong information about rap speeds? Like, what? And then they publish it on their TikTok thinking it's the right information because Google says it's right. And I get so many comments of people just with wrong information telling me how wrong I am. And I'm just like, and I've dealt with it for years with some of these fast rap stuff, and it's kind of why I've pulled away from the fast rapping, because it's just too difficult to actually have the accurate information. But it's now just compounding itself with AI now too, and people just putting their full trust in AI beyond Google as well. And not only for the fast rap stats, but then just talking about who's the best rapper, 5th gen. You just go and Google it, and then AI or ChatGPT is going to tell you, oh, it's Asa with her killer verse of her Godzilla cover. And it's like, then people start putting Asa on the pedestal of 5th gen rapping. It's just like, what? I don't know. And maybe I'm overreacting to it, but it is annoying the hell out of me that people can make slop AI content in the K-pop community and people are eating it up. And it's just filled with misinformation and disingenuous videos of people just trying to get clicks or hype up their faves. And even when people aren't using AI, they still just spew false information like, how can I do accurate rap statistics that make Asa look better than she is? I just use a different time constant. There's somebody getting hundreds of thousands of views on TikTok right now trying to show Asa's rap speeds are the fastest. And they're accurate numbers, but they are calculating all the rap speeds of other rappers in the time constants that make Asa look best, because as you change the time, it changes the numbers, and you just pull the fastest possible time for Asa and then put other rappers into that time, so it biases to Asa. Anyway, that's where the fast rap stuff is. That's why there's no fast rap stuff, and that is very annoying for AI and false information in K-pop, and I don't know how to stop it. I don't think I can stop it. I don't think there's anything I can do to stop it. But right now, yeah, that's really annoying. Another thing that's annoying me in K-pop is English. Yeah, back in the day, I'm old as fuck now, apparently. I got into K-pop 10 years ago, 11 years ago. Oh my god. In 2014, I got into K-pop with Girls' Day, and at the time, I was able to actually get into K-pop because I could listen to pop music without being turned off by the relatable lyrics of pop music. Because pop music is very easy to listen to. It is very ear-pleasing in many different ways, melodies, rhythms, etc., etc., etc. You don't have to think when you're listening to it and everything. But I never got into it in the US scene or Western scene because the lyrics would just cringe. I like depth to lyrics. I like having to think about what they're saying. And if I don't want to think about what they're saying, I just won't comprehend it because it is going over my head. And I could choose whether I want to dig into their message or just listen to the music, right? That's what I enjoy. And then pop music in the West is really trying to be relatable to a big audience lyrically. You listen to Taylor Swift, which is just about typically I'm generalizing. I know there's a lot more than this, but Taylor Swift, love stories. Everybody does love a good love story, right? And not to say it's bad. It's just not for me. I'm not trying to sit here and listen to a love story. So when I hear just this straight English, he fell in love with me and I went, ooh, I'm just it's so stereotypical, and that's just kind of how I react to the music. So nowadays in 2025, we're getting more and more K-pop, and it's very evident of this, where every single thing is centered around English. right? Even if it's not an English comeback, the entirety of the hook will be English. You look at, like, for example, since I was talking about Baby Monster with Asa for the rap section earlier, you look at Baby Monster's recent comeback, the entire thing except a couple parts of Asa's rap is basically English. It's a legit K-pop comeback. And it's like all English. If a K-pop group wants to do like an English comeback, like how Idol did in like 2023, I think it was, or it wasn't last year. I think it was 2023. If you want to do it like Idol did, or what P1 Harmony did this year, and just say, hey, it's our English comeback, I'm not going to be happy because I'd rather hear a full Korean comeback, but at least I know, and that's what they're targeting. But the general consensus of K-pop now just feels like everything's going towards English. And I know I kind of have the unpopular opinion on this, because a lot of people don't care, especially people who aren't like first language English. They don't care. It's not a big deal to them. But, you know, for me, one of the big reasons I was able to get into K-pop and enjoyed it as much as I did to start a YouTube channel about it was because I couldn't understand the lyrics. And I miss that. I don't want to know what they're saying if I don't want to look it up, you know? And it's just so hard to like I'm just enjoying a song, and then I'll just hear them say the cringiest lyric of stereotypicalness, and I'm just like, I can't enjoy the song anymore. I loved it until that, and like I can't force myself to listen to it and enjoy it. And then this kind of segues into my next topic of Stray Kids. English is ruining my enjoyment. You listen to the Stray Kids' recent comeback, Ceremony, and the entire thing is just the hook. Hip hip hooray, hip hip hooray. And I'm just like, I couldn't get into it because I'm just like I know a lot of people don't care about that, but I'm just like, that's one specific example. And it kind of, like, as I said, segues into this next section about Stray Kids, because Stray Kids have just announced that they're doing a new comeback in this next month, I think, and I'm not excited at all. And this is somebody who loves Stray Kids. I like a lot of my subscribers and a lot of you guys currently found my channel through me hyping up Changbin's rapping and everything, but I'm just, it gets so weird. It's like, I'm not excited. And I guess we'll dive into Stray Kids specifically here for a second. I feel like they're just coming back too often for me. It's like, you know, when you have too much of a good thing, and it's a very stereotypical, I'm saying stereotypes a lot, but it's a very stereotypical line. Oh, I have too much of a good thing, so it's not too good for me. Like, you know, that's what Stray Kids is kind of like. It's like, as much as I do enjoy their music and have enjoyed their music throughout the years, getting 3 to 4 new releases a year is a lot. And it's like my favorite like bands. Like there's this metal band that's my absolute favorite of all time. If I had to listen to one artist's music for the rest of my life, it would probably be them. Avenged Sevenfold. Their discography is this. I don't know how I can display it on the screen, but this is their discography. It is literally a release every other year for the first couple years. It was like 01, 03, 05, 07. And then they started getting every 3 years. 2010, 2013, 20, and then it was 4 year, or 2016, 2017-ish. And then they took like a 5-year break because of COVID and everything in 2022 or 23, something like that. I don't know. My point is, every time they come back, I'm just like, even though I listen to the music all the time, I'm so excited. I'm like, oh my God, a new Avenged Sevenfold come back. You don't really say that in metal, but a new Avenged Sevenfold album. Oh my God. Right? I'm excited. But the Stray Kids just got announced, and I'm looking at the tracks and everything. I'm just like, cool. Because, like, I mean, like, I'm excited. It's cool. But we just got a Stray Kids comeback. Is it going to be that different from Ceremony? And I know they experiment with different styles and sounds, but it's still that Stray Kids sound at the end of the day. I'm going to hear Bangchan's voice and Changbin's rapping and Han's rapping, and it's still going to be Stray Kids doing maybe a different genre. And because it's so often, I know it's a very picky thing, but it's just like, I feel like this is blasphemy to say as a fan of a group. I really wish Stray Kids would take like a year break of releasing music in general. Like, you know, they can do some solos, they can do some subgroups and stuff. But as the 8 members of Stray Kids, just take like a year break, go on tour, release solos, release subgroups, etc., 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 and step away from the Stray Kids brand for like a year. Let me and other fans refresh our brain and make us go like, I miss Stray Kids. I want more. Like, I want that. I want that feeling again. And I don't know if I'm going to get it with how often they're releasing music. So there's that on top of the English stuff as well. And then it kind of leads me into this next part of rapping, because, you know, Changbin hasn't had the most impressive raps. Like, I used to make videos on him all the time in 2021, 2022, 2020. 2019, and I just don't anymore because he doesn't do anything overly impressive like he used to.
I'm walking on water. You can call me a reporter. I just take no fucks. I'm a fill in my bottle.
And I can't make videos on that. And it's just like, not just him, but in general. The same things happened with Soyeon. The same things happened with rapping in general in K-pop. And again, like I mentioned before, there's a few exceptions. I think Young Posse is really fun to talk about, and their rapping, it's very unique, it's very personal. And it's really fun to hear their new raps and hear what they're doing. Jongsup is another one who's always creating these really cool new sounds and flows and rhythms that he's doing with his rapping. That's always really fun to break down and talk about with you guys. Outside of that, and maybe a couple other examples, it's like ATEEZ is another one that had a little spike in 2023 of really cool raps, but it's like the past 2 years, it's like Hongjoong and Mingi haven't really been doing anything either, like, of impressiveness. It's really weird, and it just doesn't give me a lot to actually talk about. Like, to the point where, like I said, I haven't made a video in the past 4 weeks or so. I was supposed to make the quarterly rapping update for 2025. I couldn't find 10 raps in K-pop in the past 3 months that would make the list. Like, I could probably pull it up here. I'm not going to, but I sat down to make it, and I'm like, I could get 6, 7 of different rappers with different verses. I could do 6 or 7. And after that, it's just unreleased stuff of like Nugu group stuff that nobody's like, as much as I want to talk about it, who really wants to hear me go, oh my God, Rawyoung's new SoundCloud verse that 5 people have listened to. Like, you look at like what's popular in rapping, and you see Baby Monster, and you look at the Baby Monster raps, and they were just the most mundane, straightforward, poppy raps you've heard, and you're just like, nobody do it like this. Nobody do it like this. You never catch me slip. I switch it down with a flick of the wrist. I don't get it. I don't get it. And you can look at any of these new Baby Monster albums, and it's like, yeah, Asa's rap sounds really cool in the context of the song, because the rapping on the song is like, you listen to Chiquita's verse and it's just so repetitive. You like, oh my. Anyways, my point is, it's really hard to make videos on a positive light in K-pop, and K-pop rapping, which is the whole main point of my channel a lot of the times, because K-pop feels like it's stepping away from actual in-depth rapping. Like, I made a video 6 months ago on like how K-pop's kind of losing its rap self-expression that it had with like the third gen boys of like Juhan and you know all that. And it's really hard to make videos on this when it's all going back to like a factory produced industry standard rapping, and it either feels like rapping is getting a lot weaker, or the other thing is my interpretation of rapping going on in K-pop is getting deeper in terms of like, I feel like my standard for rapping is higher listening to it now than 9, 8, 7, 6 years ago. I did kind of a bad job explaining this in the actual filming, so let future editing Matt do a little elaboration. I made this video 7 years ago. I do not recommend watching it. I think it is really bad, but of course I'm not going to take it down because I think it's really important to showcase how my opinions have changed throughout the years. But I used to really like think smoothness was better flow. Like flow meant smooth. And that's not necessarily true, but this entire video is just based around like what was the most 16ths in a row that Juhan did basically. My standard has kind of changed because nowadays I'm looking so much more in depth at every single aspect of rapping and like listening for cool stuff I haven't heard before. And back then, you know, I'm just like, oh my God, he did 10 16th notes in a row. And I was like freaking out over that, right? So that's kind of how my standards have changed. As an example, I don't know, maybe I need to lower my standard of what I would call a good rap in K-pop and actually just like, you know, hype up mundane stuff. And that's all the problem that gets solved. I can make positive videos, but it's like, am I really happy doing that then? I don't know. I don't think I am. I don't think I am happy sitting there showing you guys a bunch of eighth notes going, this is cool. I don't think I could lie to you guys like that and lie to myself. And like, I don't know. I'm very like proudful of my content and what I want it to be. I'd want to be honest and have integrity making videos for you guys. Easily segues into the next part of my videos and how they're kind of repetitive. And I'm sure you all know that as well. Watching my content, if you watch more than one video a month, you probably see like, I mean, maybe if you only watch one video a month too, most of my videos have just become compilations. It's like, how often do I sit down like this and make a video talking to you guys? And it's not because I don't want to. It's just I sit down to make a video and I'm like, do people really want to see me here for what is it, almost 20-minute video now? Do people really want to see me sit here for 20 minutes and talk? I don't know. I guess I'm going to find out with this video of how many people click on it and what the watch time is and everything if I can make videos like this. But do people want to watch me like this? Probably not. They just want to see their favorite idols and music. So I just end up just making compilations of, here are the 10 best raps, compilation. Here are the best songs of the month, compilation. Here are the top graded songs of the month, compilation. Here's my favorite songs off the new album, compilation. Here are the best raps off this new album, compilation. And all my stuff is just compilations with like one video maybe a month talking to you guys. And it's getting really repetitive. And so I feel like to like keep it interesting for me and to change up my content, I kind of want to get away from the compilations. And I don't know if that means for like the monthly recaps, because I do like sharing what songs I'm listening to with you guys. But it's like, you know, editing those videos, it's literally just go to the previous video, copy the timeline, go to the new project, paste the timeline on the new project, cut out the old videos, cut out the old texts, or not the old text, the old transitions, paste in the new videos, change the text on the same file, and then, you know, it's very copy paste. Boring editing. I don't have fun editing anymore except for like these videos that I do on my stream highlights. Those are really fun to edit because I get to do in like cool weird edits that I normally don't do in my videos because I don't make funny haha content that I get up like, you know, mess around with the lighting and all that stuff. I'm just making compilations and text on the screen. And so it's just not fun to edit and I just get uninspired and don't want to make it because I'm like, people want to see compilations, not me. Let me make compilations of the best songs or the best raps, etc., etc. I kind of started alluding to this and got off topic a bit, but I kind of want to change the direction of the videos I'm making to be more sit down like this, whether it be talking about a cool rap, talking about what's going on in K-pop, hopefully in a positive light in the future, not this video, obviously, but talking about what's going on in K-pop, talking about the cool new raps, talking about what's going on, I guess, in my life. I don't know. I've hit my 100K like a year and a half ago, and I told myself, like, hey, I hit the goal. I got this plaque. That was the goal of the channel. I can do whatever I want now. And I kind of fell victim to, well, if I guess I just got to keep making compilations of what gets views. And I feel like I should, instead of making 10 my favorite songs of the month, I should just make a video on Gist when he releases something new. And just geek out about him for 3 minutes. And if you don't want to watch it, you don't have to click on it. But I still get to make the video, and it has 200 views, and it's just like, whatever, who cares? It's not like this is my main job. It's not like this can be my main job at this point. So it's just like, might as well make videos I have fun talking about, you know? Instead of making a compilation that shows Gist in it, I just talk about the new Gist song. I just go, oh my god, have you guys seen this new Libada album that dropped yesterday? It is really good. I love Libada's voice. Maybe I should make a video on Libada tomorrow. I don't know. And then I get to sit here and talk about it and play some clips and examples and everything and ask you guys to support me on Patreon and just let copyright eat my video. I don't know. So I'm thinking that that's kind of going to be the direction I go to with the channel, is going to be more of me and less of compilations like I've been doing the past 2 to 3 years of just compiling stuff. And I'll still do like the compilations of like the end of the year stuff, the end of the year grading, the end of the year, my top favorites of the year, but get away from like the monthly updates of every month, here are the top grades. Every month, here are the new songs that I liked. Every 3 months, here's the new best raps, and just do those at the end of the year like I used to, and let my, more consistent content just be me and you talking basically, and us chilling here and everything. But anyways, this video is over 20 minutes long, I'm pretty sure at this point. So let me just segue into like, what I was talking about. Like, what have I been doing? Content like this. And I guess I'll just talk to you about what I've actually been doing since I'm not making YouTube videos this past month. Yeah, well, first things first, work. I have an actual job outside of YouTube. YouTube is not my main source of income. It is a side hustle, if you will, of like, pocket change that I get to throw at my hobbies and everything and reinvest into the channel to like upgrade a camera that I want to do hopefully soon, or get stuff that's funny, like a Mingy cutout that I can just have behind me, right? I can put that money towards that, and that's kind of what I do. But my main, so this isn't like my main job. So I've just obviously been working and doing my normal job. But besides that, the main thing I've been doing, playing a few video games every now and then. Not a huge video gamer like I used to be, but the main thing I do is play card games. And specifically, I don't have like an actual good. Oh, I do, I guess, over here. Ta-da! I play One Piece. And I'm sure One Piece is like one of the most popular animes right now, which I have ended up watching like 2 years ago. But I started playing the card game, and like if you've heard Magic the Gathering, Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, it's like that, but for One Piece. Really fun and everything, and I'm super into it. I play this like 3 times a week, like in person. Like I go to a tournament at a local, and I'm just like, yo, what's up, people? And I sit there and I put the cards out and I play with the cards, and I have like a billion cards back there because I keep buying the sets and wasting money on it. But it's kind of become my secondary hobby, I guess. And I've gotten really into it. I've gotten pretty good. I have a nationals invite. I never talk about my life on the channel, but hey, I have a Nats invite for this game in Las Vegas in February because I topped a regional, or I guess technically a store regional, but whatever. It's still like, I got top 2 or top 4 out of like a 50 plus player tournament. So they invited me, like I get an invite to go play at the national tournament in February. Dope, right? Like, yeah, I don't know. Like, so I'm playing this game all the time, and like, I'm decent at it at the very least, at least with the time I put into it. So, but I never talk about it because I'm like, who wants to hear me talk about this on a Kpop channel? Like, yeah. So I've thought about like, starting to upload videos on it on the secondary channel or making a new channel. I never really decided. So I guess this is kind of like a little like for the people still watching at this point, like nudge, nudge. Can I make content on this game? This game's pretty fun. Anybody want to learn? Can I start up like a little coaching thing and like getting more people into the game? Would anybody want to play One Piece with me? I do a little webcam and people can play One Piece. I don't know, whatever. It is something I'm like interested. I don't think I could ever. Like I said, I'm very prideful and of how my channel is, and I don't want to like ruin it with like sponsorships. I don't take sponsorships. Ruin it with content beyond what you guys sign up for with a subscription, which would be making One Piece content, right? I'm not going to suddenly start talking politics, or suddenly start talking One Piece, or suddenly start talking about drumming. Like, I'm going to start talking about a random drumming video with my drum set. Like, I'm not really going to do that. I want to keep my channel very what you guys signed up, and I'm very prideful of that. So it would be a secondary channel thing that I really start to upload One Piece channel content on. But yeah, let me know if anybody's interested in watching that, because I would love to make it. I don't know what I would make about it because there's not much to make at this point. It's a very new game. If you are interested, let me know. I'd love to actually talk about this with you guys if anybody is interested. But yeah, that's kind of my life. I have a new puppy. I brought him on camera. I'll throw a little clip in right here. He's actually pretty good though already. He actually doesn't do accidents too well. Yeah, so I have a new puppy. That's also been this past 3 weeks, and I've been very busy. I have been missing streams because I have to take care of this puppy. And I can't really have him running around peeing everywhere while I'm here on camera. Anyways, I digress. New puppy, been playing this game, actual work. That's kind of my life. And yeah, if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. I guess I could do a Q&A video too. I haven't done one of those in like 5+ years at this point. If you have questions, about my life or me or the channel, you can put them down there. I'll do a Q&A if we get enough. And yeah, but with that being said, that's basically everything I had to talk about. Ended up being, what is this, coming up with 30 minutes? Almost a 30-minute video of me just talking. I hope you guys enjoyed, had some popcorn and everything. Glad we got to have this little chat. And thank you to all these amazing Patreons that stuck with me for this past month when I basically haven't done anything for the channel and for Patreon. They help put the side money into my pocket because I don't really make anything from the YouTube channel, and they are able to support me by, you know, throwing a couple hundred my way each month, and I do very much appreciate it. So thank you to all of them. Shout out to these amazing people. If you'd like to join, you are more than welcome to. If you don't have the means to do so, don't feel bad. Just come join our Discord. I say it all the time, but I genuinely mean it. It's a wonderful, fun place. You stay informed with all the new content I'm making and everything. So thank you all for being here. Leave a comment down below with anything that I mentioned. And I'll see you all hopefully in the next one that won't be a month from now. Hopefully just like tomorrow. Bye, everybody.